of our weekly live streams. We have a very special edition this week. We have an OG Bondi and Bondex supporter, Max de Damas, CEO and co-founder of Filtroo, a revolutionary new platform that's going to help everyone monetize their social media. We're super aligned with their mission because we believe that power needs to go back to the users. And without further ado, Alex, maybe tell us a little bit about yourself and then tell us what is Filtroo.
Thanks a lot for the intro, Nacho. By the way, my name is Max, not Alex, just FYI.
He has a brother named Alex, and that's
Yeah,
why
we
miss up.
look
So
we look much alike, no worries. So, well, thanks for having me here. So a little bit about Filtroo. First of all, I'd like to go like where it all started. To give you a little bit of context, on why I think like both our like ideas and companies align. So I've been using social media for the past 15 years or so, right? I'm 31 years old, and I'm gonna be conservative here. I've been using like Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, let's say 2 hours per day. Okay, so that compounded over 15 years is more than 11,000 hours that I've spent connected to social media, but it's been time that has been completely wasted for me. Right? I'm not an influencer. I'm not earning money for the content I share. I'm not getting paid by brands for the content I share or the posts I do, or every time I go to a restaurant and I tag, whether it's in a story, it's a reel, or sorry, TikTok. If I tag a brand, I'm not getting paid or I'm not getting rewarded for that. But I'm basically promoting them for free. So, and there's like a big problem here because like totally worldwide there are more than 4.6 billion social media users, but more than 80% of them, they're not earning anything from the content. They're not influencers. They have less than 10,000 followers. So, why should only the elite 1% be rewarded for the content when everybody is, and now especially the Gen Z, they're spending 4, 5, 6 hours per day connected to the social media platforms. They're not earning anything, right? So that's
if
how.
if a product is free, you are the product, and that's a great point that you're basically doing free marketing for them and making their networks and their social networks and companies incredibly valuable without getting anything for yourself.
Exactly. So now our goal, here is to flip a little bit the script. So that's why we create Filtroo, and for us, it's way more than just a fintech platform. It's a movement that's changing the way we view social media engagement. I mean, now imagine like earning every time you engage with content on social media, every time you share augmented reality filters on platforms like TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat. Now you can be earning money from that. And we don't care about how many followers you have. We don't care if you're an influencer. We're just going to reward you based on meritocracy. If you share content, you deserve to be rewarded. So that's what we're doing.
We could not be more aligned. Essentially, one of the big, maxims of Bondex is doing the exact same thing, but for professional networking and related more to your professional identity and professional data. Again, all these Web2 platforms, everyone's heard the thing, data is more valuable than oil. But the users again have become the product, thinking they're getting a free service, but it's not free
Hmm.
one forever. The data's been exploited without their consent. They sign a really big terms and conditions, right? Thing that it gets lost, and they don't even realize that this is being sold to advertisers, and that's what's valuable. That they're a captive audience to advertisers. So I love that. So now you're going to monetize the engagement. So then walk me through it. If I want to become a Filtroo user, download Filtroo and use the platform, how does it exactly work?
Okay, so it's very simple. So basically, you download our app, which is we're releasing it now on the both app stores on the for iPhone and for Android in the coming weeks. Once you download it, of course, you have to create your profile, and then we're going to ask you to link your TikTok account. So nowadays we work with TikTok. Once you connect it, you're going to see a feed with all these different augmented reality effects or filters that you can use. And you select the ones you like. So you can have categories between funny, beauty, celebrities, games. There's a whole bunch of. The good thing about AR, you can do whatever you want with AR. So we have a lot of different categories. And you just click on a filter you like and you try it. This is directly gonna send you to your TikTok account with the camera open, with the filter on. You share it. You can tag a brand if there's a brand related to it, or you can tag your friends, and you're gonna be earning points. Okay. So with those points, you can then exchange them for more than 10,000 from rewards from more than 10,000 brands that we work with globally. So basically, we already have a pool of 10 million rewards that we can offer to users, which is refreshed daily. We have from discounts, we have coupons, we have gift cards. I mean, this is a bit early, but we will also be giving merchandise as a reward to users with their points. So basically, what we do is here we're not just handing out points, for the interactions that you have. We're creating opportunities for people to earn something, from the content. It's not going to be directly money, but with the points you earn, you can have let's say 30% discount at Amazon, 20% discount at night, $15 gift card to buy at Adidas, Apple, Spotify, Uber, you name it. I mean, we have more than 10,000 brands. So it's kind of like it's an indirect way to give users, a chance to earn money from whatever they share. Soon we're going to also be implementing like prepaid cards from Visa, MasterCard, and PayPal. So imagine for people in Latin America or in Asia, where like the minimum salary it's a bit lower than here in Europe. Imagine you can be earning like 50, 100, or 200 extra dollars per month just because you shared content on social media. I mean, the exact same thing you were doing before. Now you just have our app linked to it, and you're going to be earning points in the background, and then you can use those points for whatever you want.
I love it. It's incredible. It's gamification, engagement, and rewards all rolled up into one to actually give powers back to the users and allow them to monetize their data themselves, right? And really earn. And so, but then I'd be on the TikTok app and the Filtroo filters would be available. I'm not on the Filtroo app when I interact, right? So then you probably have plans to expand into other social media platforms.
Correct. So now we just started with TikTok because mainly we're targeting the Asian market now to start. And so far, we've had more than 2.5 million users who tried our filters completely organically, generating more than 7 million in impressions. We're already in the top 1% of AR creators on TikTok. Okay, that's in the past month, completely organic. And the next step, of course, it's Instagram and then Snapchat.
Amazing.
To start with, regarding the social media platforms. Then, of course, we will be expanding to more platforms like YouTube and e-commerce websites, but I think that's subject for another conversation.
Yeah, you don't have to tell me. I mean, building product takes a long time. Partnerships and business development take a long time, but step by step and with a good plan, you will look at there. And so I have a question. And so this, the ones that provide these rewards, right? This,
Mhm.
from the gift cards, etc. They're the brands themselves as a payback. How does the rewarding exactly work?
So the rewards, that's on us. So basically, we already work with multiple platforms, that already have agreements with all these different brands, and we directly offer the brands ourselves, with the rewards ourselves. Sorry. So if we had to ask every single brand to give us, like one of their discounts or whatever coupons, etc., I mean, it would take ages. So basically, we like fast track it through different platforms that we already work with, and but for the brands that want us to create customized filters for them, if they have advertising campaigns that they want to launch, they want to promote an event, a new product, or just for just brand awareness or brand engagement, these brands, they can also offer their own rewards on our platform. So imagine we do a deal with let's say there's this amazing Web3 talent platform called Bondex. Imagine Bondex ask us to create a customized filter, and then you want to put a reward as well on the platform. So every time somebody's going to use your filter, with the points they earn, they can exchange it for a reward that you offer. So let's say a few points on your platform. So that can be done as well. So we already have, we have like user-generated content from all the filters that already exist. We have brand-generated content for the rewards that are on the platform. And then for the brands themselves who want to offer their own products, it can be done as well.
Man, this is going to be a game changer. Just power to the people. This is the way that things are headed. And that's the big promise of Web3. That's why we changed it to Web3. I guess you're starting to Web2, but I can really see Web3, coming into this as well, right? With tokenization. Do you have any plans to get into that field as well?
Yes. So basically, we're already one of our fintech advisor is the VP of innovation from Mastercard, and we're looking into implementing Web3 as the next step, probably for 2024. So the points that you're going to be earning from all the content that you share, then it's going to be a token, basically. I mean, the whole idea of this, right, is to democratize side income for people on social media. So we're, instead of just looking at the 1%, which is all the influencers, all companies, all platforms are focusing on influencers. But for a brand, if they have like 100,000 or 50K, they want to invest in marketing, instead of just paying to one person who's going to share it, and then of course he's going to ask for free product, and their engagement is going to be around 5%. Now that money can be distributed to all the different people who are going to be participating in that campaign and promoting that brand, who's going to be people like you, like me, we're not influencers. Our engagement rate usually is higher, is around 30%. So for the brands, this is way better. Plus you're a potential customer. And then you're going to get paid for the content you share. You're not going to be earning like 50K per post, but you're going to be earning maybe, I don't know, like 10 euros, 20 euros for every post that you do sometimes. I mean,
Well,
it's really democratizing like the side income opportunities for everybody.
and at the end of the day, the reach for the brands is going to be more than with a single influencer, right? Because then when you have a single influencer, you usually have a certain demographic of audience that they are, that has a certain engagement. A lot of people inflate their numbers, right? And it's not really that engaged of an audience. So this is democratizing it and making it more peer-to-peer, which I would imagine would expand the exposure and reach of the brand anyway, while you
Exactly.
democratize the money.
Exactly. So on average, for every share that we have around 210 people who are viewing that video or that post. So I mean, it's kind of like a snowball effect if you look at it that way. I mean,
That's
I
that's
share it. You plus 200 other people see it. You can reshare it as well. You can use the filter as well. I mean, and the good thing for brands is with filters, it's not like just like traditional advertising. What happens, if you've done like probably like ad campaigns, when your budget runs out, like the ad disappears, right? With filters, it doesn't. I mean, we keep the filters on those platforms. So we keep the filters on TikTok, we keep it on Instagram, we keep it on Snapchat. So even if the advertising campaign for the brand has ended, the filter will still be there. People will still have the opportunity to use it, and they're gonna still be earning points every time they use it.
I mean, it's a clear disintermediation play that's going to be a win-win for both sides of the marketplace, which are essentially the users of the network and the companies, and maybe the people who are kind of the gatekeepers in the middle, get a little bit less power from them. So I'm all for it. Power to the user. And talking about numbers that you've mentioned, why don't you tell us a little bit about your early traction so far that you've achieved since you've launched?
So far, I mean, in the past month, we've been creating filters and putting out there, on our TikTok page. And we have like organically, as I told before, like more than 2.5 million people who have tried our filters, okay, without any advertising, any promotion, anything, just because we created the filters and we put it out there. So we had like more than 2.5 million people who tried them. That generated more than 7 million organic impressions. And we've already been chosen, and we're in the top 1% of augmented reality creators on TikTok. It's going pretty fast.
Strong start, and I hope it's only just the beginning of the traction momentum you're going to get.
We
And
will.
I wanted to ask you one more question. Well, a
Go
few
ahead.
actually. But one of them is, I think I've tried to use platforms like this when I was trying to get KOLs and influencers for Bondex and promotion. So I imagine there's a few platforms. Is anyone focusing on the everyday user like you?
No. So most platforms, so you have Patreon, you have Cameo, Ko-fi, and then you have like all these like different influencer marketing platforms. But I mean, some of them they're very like niche focused. So for example, for certain types of artists, for music, or it's for just the following that you have, and if you want to monetize your following. But there's no really like one platform that's focusing on the everyday social media user. because I mean they see more ways to earn commissions themselves if they're targeting they're working with influencers, so they do less work and they have bigger reach. But in this case, I mean, we don't care about that. I mean, our platform is it's completely free. You can use it for free. Of course, there's a premium version if you want to earn more points faster, etc. But you can use the platform completely for free. And this way, we give an opportunity to every single person to earn something, which none of these platforms are doing so far. They're mainly targeting people. They're judging people basically based on number of followers that they have, or if they're good looking or not. Which I think in today's economy, and with all the decentralization that we're seeing with Web3 and with blockchain technologies, uh, it's not something that should be done. We're more like the world is moving somewhere where like every person should have at least a little bit of power.
Absolutely. I mean, I completely agree. That's exactly what our mission is here as well. And my last question is, okay, so now I see completely the value proposition for all the market, but what about the platforms, the social platforms themselves? The social networks also must like this because it increases their engagement and usage, right? They shouldn't have a problem with you monetizing people's engagement.
Exactly. I mean, what we're helping here with is with the creator economy. Now, so it's something that's been growing on quite a lot lately with on TikTok, Instagram, and Snapchat, where sometimes you can have like features like tipping, or like paid live streams on certain platforms, and nowadays, and especially with the latest algorithms from TikTok and from Instagram, you can see that you're seeing more and more content from people that you don't follow right on your feed sometimes, because what they're doing is they're promoting the small creators. They want to give these people as well an opportunity to be seen. So we're using that, or what these platforms are doing, we're enhancing it. So now we're putting in the incentive for people to use it and to share it and to create more content. So what we're doing is we're helping these platforms to have people on it sharing content, but as well, they're not just sharing content, they're earning something from their content. So now, if you want to earn something on a monthly basis, you don't have to spend like 4 or 5 hours per day connected on those social media platforms. Just by spending 1 hour, you can turn that 1 hour into something way more profitable than if you would have spent like 4, 5, 6 hours before.
I mean, it's just so important. Look, I look at my iPhone here, right? And it tells me that, well, for me, it's 10 a.m., right? And I've spent on social an hour and 10 minutes, completely unproductive. I haven't learned anything for it. Why not? Why would I become such a passive user and again, non-monetizing my time and skills? I mean, it's just the future. So, Max, I just want to thank you for your time here today. And before we
Thank you,
leave,
Nacho.
I want to announce that we're actually very close to upgrading our mobile app finally after lots of trials and tribulations. Apple terms and conditions and all types of things. But we're getting very close. Once that happens, we're going to be launching a partnership with Filtroo so that again we can help each other in the monetization of people's times and skills and engagement, which we're very aligned on the mission. So, Max, very excited to be partnering with Filtroo coming soon.
Likewise.
You guys will be hearing about it in the next few weeks. We'll be making official announcements in due time. Max, thanks again for all your time. And everyone that's watching and that's going to watch this video later on YouTube, where can we find Filtroo? App Store, where are your socials? Where can we find you?
Okay, so we're already available on both app stores on iOS and Android. You can also find us if you go to our website, so it's filtroo.co. And we're also going to be putting a referrals link. So for all the people that want already to pre-register on the platform, you can, if you want to invite your friends, just because you're going to be inviting friends to join the platform as well, you will be able to earn more points and maybe even like 3 months of Filtroo Gold to start with. So once we do like on day one. So we're gonna put all the details, on the description of the video on YouTube afterwards.
That's right. You'll be able to find everything there. And soon enough, once we upgrade the app in the next few weeks, we'll also be giving you all the information and referral links, etc., on our notifications. So, guys, look out. Big matchup here. Ultimate monetization, engagement, and power to the user. That's what we're here about. So, thank you everyone for listening. And we'll be talking very soon and sharing more about Filtroo and our partnership. Thank you very much.
Perfect. Thank you, Nacho.